Morning, everyone. It's going to be another beautiful day here. It was hot yesterday. It's going to be hot today. And I'm drinking hot coffee right now. But it's nice and cool so far. The humidity isn't quite as bad yet as it will be, no doubt. Oh, and I forgot the pool last night. My daughter isn't here. She doesn't know. We were all tuckered out yesterday. Again. And I had a fabulous night. I actually slept all the way through, never woke up to go what? 2 times to the bathroom, piss, drink some water, try to position my ouch so hurting leg. None of that. I slept through it all. I was so tired because the night before, yeah, okay. It was great. I woke up this morning at 5 o'clock. I'm going, I need to get up. Wow, this is really great. So that's got to be, it's probably 1 o'clock or something. I woke and turned the light on. It was, wait a minute. That was great. I loved it. It was first thing, oh, Father, thank you. Oh, what a wonderful thing to sleep so many hours in one stretch and never wake up. That's so rare for me. Oh, oof. Oh, I guess one appreciates it so much more then, right? Yes? Okay. Well, then again, I'm just amazed. When one just gives themselves over to a life of the life of pie. I don't know what that just came to my mind. A life over where you're just trying to include Heavenly Parent in everything you do all day long and kind of try to give that to your surroundings as well. Things just, no matter what need you have, remember I said not want, but need, it will come. It will just come. Yesterday, my daughter, with the baby, other daughter, came, and again, we hung out. It was just amazing. And here she comes. She says, "Mom, I brought some fruit." She has a friend who still goes and helps her out with the house during the week, and makes her these fruit salads. And she says, I have some left over. It was still a big old bowl of fruit salad. Just wonderful. And she brought some apricots. Oh, I love apricots. But I eat them so seldom, though. They're expensive. And she brought some cheesecake. All different kinds of little slices of cheesecake. She says, Mom, I got those half off. I thought, I'm going, how did you know? I really felt like something. I wanted something sweet, but I'm really, okay, I'm picky. I don't just eat whatever sweet, so I have something sweet. I like good stuff. I like the delicacies. Yeah, I do, and I can wait. And I love cheesecake. It's one of those things that we don't have. I did not grow up with cheesecake in Switzerland. We have other really amazing stuff there, but not cheesecake. And I remember the first time I ever had cheesecake, I'm going, oh my gosh, that's good. How does one make that? I didn't realize it's so easy to make. But my daughter actually makes the best cheesecake. Better than me. And, well, yeah, she brought those little slices, all different types, and oh, it was so good. But here's the thing. Though my daughter, before she went to London, yes, yeah, England, yes, she's having a fabulous time. Besides working, she has to work there too, as a work trip. She did go shopping, and she brought home a whole bunch of stuff, but the fruit and the vegetables went really quickly. Yes, well, that's how I cook for the children. And Dad works late hours, so I'm not gonna say, "Hey, go to buy the store and get more stuff." I just kind of stretched it out. We have 1 carrot left. 1 carrot. And I have a feeling my daughter will bring more today. And I thought, these children need more fruit. I need fruit. I need fruit and more vegetables. And here comes my daughter with this big old bowl of fruit salad. And the children just dove into it. I mean, they loved it. They were so attracted to it. And I realized that the need, I could thinking about it, I said, well, here we go. Who provides? Yes? Through whom? My daughter didn't know. She didn't know. And the children just dove into that fruit salad. Yes? And realized on how children crave fresh food. They do. They're not so hot sometimes. I don't cooked vegetables and stuff. Neither of them here is a fan of cooked vegetables. There's some. My oldest granddaughter, she eats just about anything now. She likes, she grew up with Rosie's cooking, her mom's cooking, so she's pretty good. But my other ones here, but they'll eat carrots, raw carrots. They love raw carrots. Yeah, with ranch dressing. Okay, all right. Dipping sauce. But still. And it's amazing when it's available to them and how they really go for it. Yes? So, why bother with chips and all this stuff that's so bad for them? That's not food. It's not food. It just isn't, okay? Or all this, oh my gosh, I'm real glad my daughter here doesn't buy that kind of stuff. They have tortilla chips because one of the favorites of the children is taco salad. So, well, anyway, yeah, without the lettuce and the tomatoes, and I'm just saying. But I just thought on how when one is in need of something that, children, well, they need this. I need more fruit. I need more fresh vegetables. And here comes my daughter, right? Yes, so we made it through another day with good food, this, that. It's just great. Loved it. So grateful. Just so grateful. Yes, so. When you have this desire in your heart, right, to provide in a good, healthy way, especially for children, who's right there with you, inspiring others through, just saying, and here. Stuff like that just about brings me to tears. Yes. Well, anyway, let's get going here. Whew. And I see so many other wonderful things out there. The amount of information out there now. People making videos, this, now. I just saw someone shared a couple that had started a little while ago, making videos about all kinds of give good advice, and it's a God-centered podcast of 2 younger people, looks like in their 30s maybe, and I love it. It's great. That's what I want to see, right? Yes. It's wonderful for someone like me who's getting on in age, yes, to see younger people kind of, thank you for stepping into my footsteps and being a part of the next generation, yeah, who they do things a little different, right? Yes, remember, when the Beatles came out, and that's bad music, that's not good guidance, that's a dope, right? Yes. And now, let's make sure they listen to the Beatles, because that's actually still good, because what we got now, some of the stuff okay, just saying, you see how different things are to when we were younger teenagers or even younger children, and now what they're facing out there. But there are young people stepping, into our footsteps, and we got to talk about things, teach about things, God in a God-centered way. All these videos, little clips out there of fathers. Suddenly now, maybe it's because it's going towards Father's Day. Who cares? Make use of it in that way. That are showing on how to care for a mom who's just had a baby, how you do your part, or just being a good dad, right? Yes, good husband and good dad who cares about commitment and responsibility and centers his entire love around his family first. Yes? Amazing. Then when I see things where, America's going downhill or this or that, I'm going, yeah, okay, whatever, you believe that. Don't you give that, people who are so, oh yeah, you give that negative energy, you give that, you're the one who gives that the power, rather than go, okay, so some things may not be going the way they should be going, but there's a lot of things underneath it, yes, that are not at the top of the pyramid, that are going wonderful, where things are right, good and right. Concentrate more on that. Okay, there you go. Let's see now. Misery loves company, they say. Well, sorry. Not going to be there. But I'll invite you into my comfort zone of, yeah, okay. Wonderful, wonderful. Oh, what just happened here? All right, I did this before too. No problem. Right back to where I need to be. We are in the book of Tobit 10. And it's kind of a continuation of the wedding feast. Every day, meanwhile, Tobit kept reckoning the days required for the journey there and the journey back. The full number went by, and still his son had not come. Then he thought, I hope he has not been delayed there. I hope Gabriel's not dead, so that no one will give him the silver. And he began to worry. His wife Anna kept saying, my son is dead. He's no longer among the living. And she began to weep and mourn over her son. She kept saying, Alice, I should never have let you leave me, my child, you, the light of my eyes. And Tobit would reply, hush, my sister, do not worry. All is well with him. Something has happened there to delay them. His companion is someone we can trust, one of our kinsmen of that. Do not lose heart, my sister. He will soon be here. But all she would say was, leave me alone. Do not try to deceive me. My child is dead. And every day she would go abruptly out to watch the road by which her son had left. She trusted no eyes but her own. Once the sun had set, she would come home again, only to weep and moan all night, unable to sleep. It's a mother's heart. What you gonna do? But she doesn't actually believe he's dead. Why would she otherwise go out and watch every day? Right? Yes? One shouldn't jump the gun about things. Just saying. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Of course, in this day and age, quick phone call. Hey, how's it going? Oh, this arrived the wedding now. Oh, that's great. And now what? Oh, Gabby. Oh, that's great. You're doing what? Oh, okay. Yeah. Party time. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll see you when you get here. Well, check in with me again when you leave. You can do this here. Right? Yes, on this day and age, at that time, it's like, what's going on? Yeah? Didn't know. Yet, I have to say, Tobit, somehow, has regained some of his faith. I like that. He's the one reassuring Anna, though Anna's like, don't tell me, I don't want to know, I just not. She's preparing herself for the worst, yet still believes that he's alive. That's kind of how many of us protect ourselves, our heart, right? Saying, no, I'm going to have to prepare myself for the worst, oh, it's happened, already start grieving, this and that, right? You need to get a little head start, right? Yet, it is what it is. Yes, a mother's heart is just, that's what we do, right? And dad steps in. Husband says, okay, now come on, it's all right. And a husband should always continue doing this. Yes, I understand what you're saying, but we don't know yet. Let's not jump that gun. All right? Yes? Ah, husband and wife should be a good unit together in supporting each other in one's worries. Yes? What did I say? Through thick and thin, sickness and health. Yes? Troubles and happiness. Yes, well, guess they're just words. They are just words. And I seldom. When do I ever go to a wedding anymore or anything? But I find that many people getting married don't use them words anymore. Why not? Oh, too great of a commitment? Oh, okay. I think we should get back to that again. Anyway, take that more seriously. Yes. Anyway, so here we go, right? They're at home, waiting. Kind of interesting. Oh. Weep and moan all night, unable to sleep. It's when you worry about your children, right? So I don't have a cell phone. This is all I got. And with some of my children, I don't have anything set up to, could, but I have what I have done, right? And sometimes I have to wait 2 weeks, 3 weeks to hear something from one of my children. Oh, am I going to go? They are old enough, all of them. They're living their life out there. I was praying on the side of goodness, yes, and making good decisions, not just for themselves, but for everyone around them. And then suddenly, okay, I hear from them. Also, do I? No, I said, I've done a good job as a mom raising my children. No one can take that. I don't care what anyone says. I did a great job. I was there. I did it. I know better than anyone else. And I'm proud of my children. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of my children. The people that they turned into, wonderful adults with a good heart. Is everything always going hunky-dory? No. Did they make some decisions I have to say, ooh, that's going to hit you in the butt eventually? Yes. But regardless, they have a good heart to mind. Yes? Oh, am I so sure? What did I just say about one of my daughters? Heavenly Parent can work through her. That's not possible unless her heart to mind is in the right place, on the side of goodness, where Heavenly Parent's heart, desire, and the needs that I had, where Heavenly Parent can reach her. Yes, and work through her. Of course. All of my children are like that. Oh, just towards me? No, towards other people. My daughter now has the help that she has from her friend because she was there for her friend so many times. It's a good give and take friendship. All right. Yes, so I know a little bit how Anna feels, and okay. Don't hear from one of my children for a long time. It has happened a month or two. What day do we live? That's just how I live. I'm not a big fan of phones. And often I'm not in the house, right? I was out there doing my thing in the hills and the mountains, and I often didn't. Then I get home and I'm tired and I fall to bed. I worked so many hours, yes. When I was, when my children already were out of the house, I still worked. And I go home and I fall into bed, take care of everything there in the barn. There's no phone out there either, Then I fall into bed, and do you think I'm going to get up for a phone call? No. I always say, if it's bad news, it can wait. Right? And if it's good news, it can wait too, right? Just saying. Right? So that was my attitude. And I always get to talk to them, and I let them call me because I'm the one less busy. Right? Yes? And let them come, and then we can have a really nice long conversation. You see? Yeah, okay. Oh, then I have the ones that I do. Oh, have you heard? Oh, yeah, I talked to him yesterday. I talked to her yesterday. Yeah, so, oh, okay, everything's fine. Okay. But here's poor Anna, right? So, I know some people would want to look at this again in a more, oh, she just doesn't trust either, or didn't. Okay, let's. I said that about Tobit, but that had to do with God, right? Yes? Here now, to understand the mother's heart when it comes to her children, she only has one. Not only that, but where did they send him to? Yeah. Anywho. But we already know all will be well. After the 14 days of feasting that Raguel had sworn to keep for his daughter's marriage, Tobias came to him and said, "Let me go now. My father and mother must have lost all hope of seeing me again. So I beg you, father, to let me return to my father's house. I've told you the plight he was in when I left him." Raguel said to Tobias, "Stay, my son, stay with me. I shall send messengers to your father Tobit to give him news of you." But Tobias pressed him, "No, I beg you to let me go to my father's house." Without more ado, Raguel committed Sarah his bride into his keeping. He gave Tobias half his wealth, slaves, men and women, oxen and sheep, donkeys and camels, clothes and money and household things. Slaves again. You see, I see that. Yeah, okay, well, at that time it meant something else. Well, then why don't you write it in here exactly what it meant? People that were, kind of indentured to Raguel and they're working off their debt, or just people who are employed and, okay, they're all right, to men and women. Okay, did they have children? Are they going as well? Did they have families, these servants, slaves, or whatever? Are they going too? Yes, you see? I want to know. Tell me. I'm not just going to say, oh yeah, look, he's getting half of everything that Raguel has. Men and women, slaves. Men and women. Oxen and sheep, donkeys and camels, clothes and money and household things. And so he let them leave happily. To Tobias he said these parting words: "Good health, my son, and a happy journey. May the Lord of heaven be gracious to you and to your wife Sarah. I hope to see your children before I die." To his daughter Sarah he said, "Go now to your father-in-law's house, since henceforth they are as much your parents as those who gave you life. Go in peace, my daughter. I hope to hear nothing but good of you as long as I live." He said goodbye to them and let them go. I like on how Raguel addresses Tobias, and then he addresses his daughter as well. It's a good balance here. Edna, in her turn, said to Tobias, "Dear son and brother, may it please the Lord to bring you back. I hope to live long enough to see the children of you and my daughter Sarah before I die. In the sight of the Lord, I give my daughter into your keeping. Never make her unhappy as long as you live. Go in peace, my son." Ah, nice. Yeah. "Henceforth, I am your mother and Sarah is your sister." So again, see, sister here should be wife, right? Sister, that sounds wrong to us. So slaves may have meant something a little different as well. But again, why not just put it in here properly? This is, again, this can cause confusion. This can give lays a foundation for people to complain, right? And harp around on one word that may or may not mean this or that. We all know that Sarah is not his sister, right? It's his wife. a relative, maybe a distant cousin, it sounds like, right? Yes? But not a sister as we know it. May we all live happily for the rest of our lives. And she kissed them both, and saw them set out happily. Again, on how Edna, the mom, Sarah's mom, also is mentioned here. I liked the balance. Right? It isn't just the men. Oh yeah, take my daughter now. Yeah, do be good to her. I hope she'll do well with you and well by you, and that's kind of it. It's a nice balance. Mother and father, both giving advice for the journey home. Yes, seems like in both families, there's a nice balance when it comes to the union between husband and wife. I like that. I like that as well. So it is here in the Old Testament. They did know how to do that. Good. Bloop, bloop. Tobias left Raguel's house with his mind at ease. In his gladness he blessed the Lord of heaven and earth, the King of all that is, for the happy issue of his travels. He gave this blessing to Raguel and his wife Edna. May it be my happiness to honor you for the rest of my life. Honor thy father and mother. I find it again. Tobias has, yes, he is keeping the commandments given by Heavenly Parent. And I think it is important for children to remember that how many mistakes did you make growing up? How often did one go one's own way rather than listening to the parents? Done some awful things, really awful things. Yet, when you have parents that love you and raised you, okay, just saying, then they're always going to forgive you. Just as Heavenly Parent will always forgive us when we come to our senses. In the meantime, Heavenly Parent just waits. Yes, doesn't interfere, just waits. Parents often have to do the same thing. You have to just wait for one or the other of your children to come to their senses and return home. Yes, and they have to eat that humble pie. Oh yeah, I've made a couple of mine eat their humble pie before. That sounds good, but let's have this talk. That should never happen again. All right. Nothing ever really big, but I like to take the bull by the horns and say, okay. Let's get that out of the way. Then you start afresh, kind of thing. And children should learn from their parents that parents can make sometimes do things that, I would say always in the best of their interest, though they might not see it that way. And there are some mistakes that are being made. That a child would just walk away. Yeah, all right, yeah, I think some people here know what I'm talking about. Just walk away. And then create such a rift between the parents and the children that one can hardly see how the heck is that going to turn out in the future. And not willing to work together with the parents. Not one. Tobias, what? Tobias didn't want to go. My parents are sending me to my death with this woman who, 7 husbands? The 7 deadly sins came to my mind when I thought of those 7 husbands. But anyway. So again, one has to wonder, what was that really all about? And yet, he followed through. He says, okay, I'm going to go. I'm going to go and do this. And obeyed his parents, even though, man, I might die. I have 7 already. I'm going to be 8th. Henry the 8th. Okay. What's going on? What are you guys? Okay. I've been having, there must be Yeah, well, we'll get into that later. I've been trying to figure out who's hovering around me or hovering, because we've got some I got really humorous stuff going around in my mind, or that I'm hearing, not necessarily in my mind, but suddenly I have this phrase that comes going, that was really funny, yeah. I should write this down somewhere. Anyway, all these different things. So, children should be just as forgiving. They should forgive their parents if some things aren't always going 100%. Right? We talk about the unity between husband and wife, but there has to be unity between the children and the parents too. Yes? And if children just decide, even though they had everything they needed, maybe not everything they wanted, but they had everything they needed at all times. Yes? The nitpicking around on some little stuff or this or that, or suddenly making one or the other parent less than one of their other parents. What is that? I think Tobit here in this particular part, kind of throughout the whole thing, on how the wives, the mothers, are included in the whole thing. Yes? Who's the leading part? Tobit, of course. Who's the leading part in Raguel with Tobit and Anna is Tobit. Who's the leading part, the subject, in Raguel and Edna's life? It's Raguel. But Edna's right there too, as an equal partner, yeah? Giving the blessing as well. It isn't just the guys. You know what I mean? Anyway, this is a good, even if it's just a tale, it's a good tale from a long time ago. So the excuses kind of don't stand. Well, they just didn't know. Then why it's in there? Yeah. For us to learn. There's one thing I heard Father say. He says, the Bible is a textbook. And I went, hallelujah, thank God someone said that. Yes? Because people take it into the extremes, right? Oh yeah, every word in there is like, no, it's not. Yeah, absolutely not. And I said, we have to find our way through the maze to actually find God's word. Right? Heavenly Parents' desire. Heavenly Parents' ideal for mankind. Yeah? You do. Then there is the other side, who's just, it's all humbug. There's no God. Seriously? Can't people just find that balance? Yes? Come to some common denominator? I just saw another one again about all them other gods, this and that. So you're saying they don't exist, and so where's the proof of your God? And going, well, the proof's kind of in the pudding. I don't know. Where are all the other gods? Ancient ones. Hey, Seuss, you flying around up there somewhere? Just saying, right? Yes? They're ancient history. They're not current history. They're ancient history. Okay? Yes? So there you go. And our Heavenly Parent, well, sorry, still around. Still around? That's a weird one too, right? How can you question the absolute beginning of everything? You start to question that, you're going to start to lose yourself. Yes? Yeah. People love to discover things. Mysteries, new. At one point, was new continents, new countries to get discovered. Animals, new life. New life. It's not new. It's all been there for what? Millions and billions of years. We just haven't come across it yet. All right. And when someone dies, and say, "Wow, look at this! I don't think anybody's ever found this animal yet, or whatever." Right? So it's been there, yes? Okay. Uh, so we love to discuss. People invent new stuff all the time, right? Yes, some good, some not so good, some absolutely useless. Don't know why, but it makes money. It does. So, are we going to know everything from the moment we are born? Oh, yeah, right. Uh-huh. Yeah, see, you go back to the basics and you're going to have to admit to, oh, yeah, okay. So you'd already had it all figured out. Yeah? The minute you were born, out, cords cut, yeah? Yeah, you had one thing figured out. Got to breathe on my own. Oh, wait a minute. Now I'm not a fish anymore. In the womb, right? And food. Uh-huh. That's about all that what anyone had ever figured out right after they were born. If it wasn't, man, I'm exhausted, now I gotta sleep first. Right? Yet there are people out there who want to say, oh, good. Have it all figured out? Good for you. I don't believe you. I don't even have it all figured out, and I got a lot figured out. Yes, sorry, I got a great ego. Father taught me that too. There's nothing wrong to be sure about what you know to be sure about. Yes? That's all I have to share this morning. May Heavenly Parent bless and protect you and embrace you with love. Right? And that bird's getting more and more aggravated. I have a feeling the babies are about to hatch. Ay, ay, ay. We're trying. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to pray with the children to say, look, let's make sure that Spirit World gives this bird a little peace of mind and protection around the nest that it feels, so that, yes, it is more at ease as well. That's a very, very worried mom and dad, or one or the other, right? Yes, because we're down here all day. And I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Oh, I can't see. Where's my... Oh, there it is.